We do apologize for that technical hitch. Now tonight, foreigners and Kenyans operating Worldcoin will not leave the country unless with express permission from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations. This is the latest in the circus involving Sam Altman's Worldcoin, which has been scanning eyeballs for the last 3 days in Kenya. The latest is a statement from Interior and Technology Ministries, which have been at the center of the controversy. NTV's Brian Obuya explains.
Hours after suspending the operations of the ChatGPT founder Sam Altman's Worldcoin and a contradictory statement from ICT Minister Eliud Owalo, Parliament was on fire, demanding answers from the men at the helm of the ministries.
We must be told by the CS, the two of them, why did they allow that? How much data has a private company, as I speak, harvested? We need to know, and they cannot leave this nation before we have that information.
Now Owalo and Kindiki have heeded to the National Assembly's call to explain what is going on with Worldcoin. In a joint statement earlier this evening, Owalo and Kindiki say the immigration authorities have been directed to ensure that no persons, whether Kenyan or foreign nationals associated with Worldcoin, leaves Kenya without the clearance of the DCI, which the two say is currently conducting investigations. At paragraph 2 of the 23-paragraph letter to Speaker Moses Wetangula, Owalo and Kindiki say Worldcoin is not registered as a legal entity in Kenya. And then at paragraph 15, the duo says the government registered Worldcoin as a data controller pursuant to the Data Protection Act 2019, and that such registration is done on the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner registration portal. And with that, Kindiki and Owalo acknowledge that together with the Data Commissioner, they were aware somehow of the existence of Worldcoin. In a committee meeting earlier in the day, Kindiki appeared to say they have nothing on Worldcoin, but were suspicious of its activities.
We don't want to be caught by surprise. And so when an issue like this comes out, we start asking ourselves where next, and where could be the next trouble. That's why yesterday when we had there people, for example, harvesting data of Kenyans the last 2-3 days, we stopped that activity and all other similar activities so that you don't wait until there is a similar activity. So
Kindiki and Owalo's statement says the government is not aware of the source of funds. Part of the multi-agency team mandate is to investigate the source of the money that is being issued to the participants and the beneficiaries of the eye scanning activity. Experts have argued that the law required some public participation.
During that process of an impact assessment is where Worldcoin was supposed to disclose fully what they were going to do with that data, how long they were going to store that data for, what service providers they were going to use with regards to the processing, the storage, and the destruction of the data. And number 3, what potential risks and harms does that exercise present? And then offer mitigation measures.
Appearing to answer that section of the law, Kindiki and Owalo's statement to the National Assembly says the government is not aware of any prior public participation exercise by the crypto firm. To this end, the government says Worldcoin in Kenya is being operated by about 3 people, 2 of them being local representatives, Mr. Emmanuel Otieno, who is described as in charge of operations, and a Ms. Rael Mwende, who is said to be the country manager. The duo, Kindiki says, have been questioned by the DCI in the ongoing probe. On its part, Worldcoin has released an elaborate statement saying that during the suspension by the government of Kenya, the team will develop an onboarding program that encompasses more robust crowd control measures and work with local authorities to increase understanding of the privacy measures and commitments. That in line with Kenyan laws and regulations, Worldcoin ensures full compliance and transparency in all its activities within the country. So, what really is this circus about Worldcoin, and how did the government abandon the people it clearly gave authorization to use KICC for the eye scanning mystery?
What I think happened in this situation is sort of giving more importance to the need for advancement of digital products vis-a-vis the right to protect people, and that needs to be corrected to where we put people first, then products later.
Brian Obuya, NTV.
We are keeping a very close eye on that developing story.